Hello, this is Matt, formerly of Cop Chasers and coplock.org and Northeast Watchdogs. I've been chasing or going after crooked police for about 15, 16 years. I was one of the first to ever do what they call auditing. I've been doing it a very long time, and I became a full-time dad in the midst. So I stopped, and now I'm going to bring you through some of my experiences, and then later on I'm going to do some reactions to cop chasing videos and auditing and videographers going after public officials without right to record and freedom of the press, and some of the issues that arise from that. This is a perfect example. I'm going to react to my own video. It's my video. I'm getting over being sick, and this is my very first video, so please have a lot of grace on me. So this video right here is about a detective that started a ripple effect of a bunch of other issues. It started a hellstorm of things. So I'm going to bring you through the video and what happened during the video. Just to give you a background, a few months prior to this video, I came across what Manchester, New Hampshire police call the ghost unit. They specialize in drug interdiction stops to find small violations to pull up vehicles in order to search them for drugs and get drug arrests and stuff. 90% of the time they find nothing. These are very corrupt. It's a very corrupt unit, and I'll bring you through on why and how they act. They don't want people to see what they do or hear what they do or say because they violate the law, lie on police reports. And this is former fired detective Aaron Brown, who's an absolute douchebag. And during the end of the video, I'll tell you why he got fired and where you can look at the information to back it up and to fact check it. But this is me versus Manchester PD. This is the second or third video I had with them. I was actually going to a meeting off of Main Street in Manchester, New Hampshire, to talk about speaking at some type of convention on police accountability, brute tactics, and why the police act the way they do and how they're very, very mentally unsound after being on the streets for a period of time, and how they get cynical very, very quickly. And they become corrupt and get a God complex because of no oversight and no management. So I was speaking about that and saw this stop, so I jumped out of the van, and here we go.
Must be part of that ghost unit.
This was about 8 years ago, maybe 9. It's on my YouTube channel. The cop flashing a flashlight at me, so I end up flashing it on him. They're reacting to me right about now. See? They're looking at me right now. They know I'm there. They have to follow the law now. Be decent and professional. There's the gentleman they pulled over. They didn't find anything in the car later on. They're trying to get him to search the car, and he's saying no. Young kid. So here we go. This is where it begins. So right now, I'm seeing these people walk by. They didn't respond to these people walking by. citizens on the street. So I picked the same time to walk by too. He didn't target them. In fact, he ignored them completely, even cut them off. Beelined it to me and focused all his brute tactics and illegality towards me because he didn't want to get recorded. So watch what he does. And he lies about it. He lied and said, I didn't notice him. And he walked right in front of him. So already his character is being shown.
How you doing, bud? Listen, I don't care if you film us, but you're not going to be this close. We're moving on that this way, okay?
See the people walking by still?
You don't need to be so close to me,
Yeah, I
sir.
do. I'm going to make sure you get out of here. You got to go all the way back to that driveway right there if you could. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you in court then, sir.
For what? I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're moving me out of the way for freedom of recording you. That's what you're
I don't
doing.
care if you record me. You're going to do it back there, though. It's called officer safety.
Officer safety.
Yeah.
So you let those people go right by you. I had them on camera. You didn't let them move away.
I didn't even know they were there, sir.
5.
He didn't even know they were there. So he's getting upset because he's trying to enforce something that he can't enforce. So in Glick vs. Cuniff, First Circuit Court of Appeals decision, and Garek versus Began, it specifically outlines we have a right to record while they're in active duty, and in a public space it becomes of public interest. So there's no safety net, no lines drawn, no tape, nothing. They're on a public sidewalk. So he's violating a bunch of rights here. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to stop me from hearing what's going on and videoing what these illegal badge bullies do. Okay? I'm not a cop hater. I just dislike really bad ones. So we'll get that straight right now. If they just let me record, nothing would have ever happened. Nothing. And this started a hailstorm full of crap because of what he did. He did a lot more. It gets much better. But this is what he does to me, and they always throw out the officer safety thing, which is just absolute bullcrap. It's hogwash. It's officer safety, so you need to go over there. Rah, 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 rah. If he just left me alone, nothing would have happened. I wouldn't have gotten their way. Nothing would have happened. And essentially a bunch of stuff happened. So here we go.
Keep
People
going.
just...
Keep going.
What's your name, sir? Badge number?
Detective Brown.
Detective Brown?
Yep.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Can't wait.
I have an active lawsuit
wait.
against you, man.
Not me.
Yeah,
wait.
you.
No.
You guys, yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
me, though.
Not
Yeah.
me, though.
So this is not far enough?
No, the corner's far enough.
Oh, the corner?
Yep.
So you're basically hindering me from getting anything that you have
Yeah, you
action
have a
here.
video camera with zoom on
Zoom
it. Get
on it.
going.
Zoom on it.
zoom. You got zoom on it, bro. Get going. Yeah. Shove that badge up your butt, dude.
Get your supervisor here right now.
It's not working tonight.
You don't have a supervisor tonight?
I do. It's not working.
All right, then call the state police.
You call him. I'm
You're
not
under
calling
citizen's arrest.
anybody. No, I'm not. Keep
Yeah, you
going.
are.
Keep
I'm
going.
just putting you under citizen's arrest.
Okay. Try laying a finger on me. See what happens to you.
Oh, is that a threat? Are you
No.
accosting me?
No, no,
Are you
it's called-
illegally accosting me?
I'm warning you.
That's not a warning. That's
Yep.
a threat, sir.
No, it's not.
Man, you need to learn who you're talking to, man.
I know who I'm talking to.
You do who?
Okay. You're cool right here, dude.
Who am I?
Don't move.
You
Well,
come
it's
right
up
here,
to me to
dude.
determine my safety, sir. You just moved me out of the zone of free press. Detective douche.
So I'm gonna fast forward. He calls uniform cops now on me. Let's fast forward a little bit to right about right here. So here they come. Make sure I stay there.
Oh, whoever your supervisor is. What's that? I can't hear you that well. Yes, please. Your OIC.
Okay, so what's happening now is I'm on the phone. I wish I had it on speaker. I'm on the phone with a Lieutenant Mucci. I don't think he works there anymore. Um, he's the OIC, the officer in charge, the commander of Night Watch or whatever. So, according to their policy, you have to go through their OIC for a complaint first. So that's what I'm doing. And last time I filed a complaint with this guy, he refused to take it. So I filed a complaint on him to a Captain Tessier, part of their training and standards, Manchester, New Hampshire Police Department. It was actually founded. She founded that he should have took the complaint under policy and rules and policy, and he needs to redo training. So nothing really happens to these guys when they do something wrong. So that's who I'm on the phone with here.
Hey, Lieutenant Mucci, how are you? This is JP. How you doing? Hey, I know I haven't talked to you in a while. Hey, I was trying to videotape this stop. I don't know what street this is because I don't know Manch that well. Do you know what street this is, sir? Ma'am?
Street?
Yeah.
It's Main Street.
It's Main Street. There's an unmarked car here. I was at a... What's that? JP. Well, I filed a complaint on you. It was founded because you didn't file a complaint on my behalf. You don't remember that? JP Matt Phillips, NewEnglandCopChasers.com. Yeah, you know me. Oh, that is my real name. It's Matthew John Paul Phillips. Matthew J.P. Phillips. That is my real name.
So, when I filed the 91A, that is New Hampshire's version of a Freedom of Information Act request. So when I filed the 91A on all their records about me on this very night, they ran me 19 times because this is what cops do. They retaliate. They use whatever is in their playbook to try to retaliate against you because they were found doing something wrong. And this is what happens to videographers all over the country. And a lot of them don't know how to do it correctly. A lot of these auditors, they take the playbook of sovereign citizens and they say laws that really don't apply to the law. So to attack these police officers, you need to do it civilly and you need to do everything. Everything needs to be recorded. Everything needs to be written down. Dates, times, timeline, everything. You're building a case against these police officers. If you do not do that, they will snatch you up in a minute. And they did. They got me even though I do things a different way. And I'll tell you what happened. And it all started with this situation here. Let me talk to Lieutenant Mucci and see how it goes.
I'm here videotaping a traffic stop with an unmarked car. I was at a pretty safe distance. You know I've been doing this for a very long time, and I was threatened by Lieutenant Brown, Detective Brown. I told him to not walk so close to me, and he says, why don't you put your hands on me and see what happens. He moved me pretty much, I would say maybe 25 to 50 yards away, so I can't see or hear anything, so he hindered recording. I was at least a 5-6 car lengths away from the stop, and he walked right up to me with his flashlight in my face. He obscured the camera, and now I'm at a point where I can't get the interaction at all. So he's hindering freedom of the press and the freedom of right to record. Well, he literally let 7 citizens walk right by him, and I have that on video. And he didn't say anything to them, and they walked literally right next to their car and walked by them. He literally walked and chest bumped me all the way to the corner, so he actually physically touched me. So I want to file a criminal complaint on simple assault on him.
Who's a douchebag?
Well, I gotta be in a court case in Boston, Mass tomorrow, so
I don't know
I'll
if she's a
probably
cop
just
there
email
anymore.
her. All right, so you're failing to take the complaint now? You're refusing to? Okay, because I was told it goes to the OIC first. That's how the process works. Though I'm just reacting now. I mean, you were in trouble for this before. You know, you feel.
So I'll give you a little backstory. He's telling me, Lieutenant Mucci is telling me that he's not taking the complaint. He's refusing to take the complaint, but he actually did. He wrote a complaint card because when I talked with Captain Tessier, she said a complaint card went through. Then they went to some sergeant. I forgot his name. I'll have to look at the video. I never posted or published the video because there's a lot of personal information in that interview. I'm going to redact it and post that that complaint video. They wanted me to come in on record, on video and audio record, with this sergeant who's part of their ghost unit. So basically, they're investigating themselves, which is total conflict of interest. But he wanted me to come in and do a written signed statement on what happened in this video. I never realized they were setting me up. And I'll tell you why in a second after this call.
Actually, I got the letter. The letter says my complaint on you was sustained, sir. Well, I'll email it to you because if you're lying to me right now, I'll just get you on another complaint on that. All right, well, that's not how the process works, sorry.
So this is a clear example of the disconnect between police officers and citizens and the public. So their perceptions are twisted, and it's almost on a dissociative level, right? So what he's doing is he's covering for his officers because there's this blue line brotherhood, right? Even if they're doing something wrong, they will cover each other. And that's what makes a bad cop and the good cops around him also bad cops. If there's this wonderful guy, wonderful cop, and he's on the force and he's not doing anything about a bad cop, constantly seeing him punch people, lie on police reports, he's also a bad cop. If he's not doing anything about it or reporting him, he is a douchebag also and falls in the same category as a douchebag, dirty cop. Okay, they stick up for each other, and this is why he's not taking the complaint. But I found out he actually took it. He's just telling me he's not, because they don't want any citizens to have power over them ever, because they have a God complex. That's how they work. That's their mindset. Period. End of story.
So I'll just file another complaint on you then. Well, you keep sticking up for your douchebag cops, man. Attitude reflects leadership. That's how it is, you know? That's how it is. Have a good night. So you guys like employing people that commit assaults, huh?
I don't employ anybody. The city of Manchester.
Well, one of your cops assaulted some old lady down in Mass, pending charge, right? Yeah, down the Cape. It was all over the news, man. I know you're not stupid. Where you guys at?
What I'm talking about there is a Manchester cop, a detective, part of the ghost unit. His supervisor is Battistelli. I don't know if they're all still cops or not. I have no idea. But this is 9-something years ago, this video. So this guy that I have a video of, I'm going to post that video and comment on that video. I'm going to do a bunch of them because this is my first time. I just got this software, so I'm trying to play it through and learn. This is my first reaction ever. So I'm trying to, this is my first time. I'm just a baby novice rookie at it. But this cop named Christian Horn, believe it or not, down in Cape Cod, Mass, assaulted an elderly woman at a casino. So he was put on desk duty. He didn't even get fired or suspended, nothing, while he was on bail for this assault. But he didn't get put on desk duty. He was actually doing these interdiction stops. And I actually caught him on camera. During the video, though, I did not know who he was. I didn't find out what he did till much later. But that's what I'm talking about to these cops here.
It, but I'm not a free stater, man.
Never said you were.
I'm telling you I'm not. I don't care what you said. You guys can't be trusted. You guys.
Now, what I said there, I'm not a free stater. I don't know if a lot of people don't know. There is a group of liberty activists, at least they call themselves liberty activists. They do more inside fighting and drama than a house full of college girls. It's really bad. Anyways, they call it the FSP, the Free State Project. It was started and created by an idea from a man named Jason Sorens, and it's based off of like the non-aggression principle and their libertarian views. And they do similar stuff like me going after police. They always mixed me up with that group, and I'm not a free stater. My political views are much, much different than what people are used to. They're off the wall. I believe in liberty, freedom. I don't swing Democrat and I don't swing Republican. I think there's extremists on both sides, and I think it hurts the country doing that. If you want to call me anything, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I swing to the left and right on a lot of issues. There's some things I really don't agree with, and I'm part of a group called RAM, which is Republicans Against MAGA. I swing towards the Republican side, but old school Republican side, like Reagan, Bush era type of views. I do have a lot of progressive views too. A lot of liberal type of views. I think, if anybody wants to have a conversation with me, I'll do a video on it someday to share what I believe in. I just believe in bringing people together. I do not like the separation and the infighting, especially in politics and religion. I think it's ridiculous and stupid. But that has nothing to do with this video. But anyways, Christian Horn assaulted a elderly female in Cape Cod, Mass, and they put him on duty. He didn't even get in trouble for it. That's what I'm talking about right here in this part of the video.
You guys here for me? Why are you standing next to me?
Because I can. Am I not allowed to?
Well, you're posing me as a threat, so can you please move it along?
Nope.
Why?
Because I felt like standing right here.
You felt like standing? Well, you're in uniform, man, and I'm above you, so why don't you move it along?
They were ordered to.
Public has jurisdiction over you, not the other way around, badge bully.
He's getting nervous, see?
So what's your name and badge number?
Olson, 5'9".
Olson?
Yes, sir.
Olson, the tough guy. Put a cape on there, buddy.
Yours, man?
She's just staying quiet, freezing her butt off.
So,
Callahan.
basically, what's going on here is I was removed, as you can see in the video, from that pole just beyond that traffic stop. And he literally chest bumped me all the way to this position. And it wasn't a lawful order, and he threatened me in the process. This is that ghost unit.
I want to stop it right there. I'm just going to give you a summary of what happened. So, I went in and did the complaint with their sergeant, who was like in charge of the ghost unit. He's just under Sergeant Battistelli. I can't for the life of me think of his name. But there's a video on it. I'll post it after I redact some private information off of that video. I've never published it, but it's been sitting in my queue forever. But I have it. Anyways, I filed a complaint, went to Rochester, New Hampshire on an ambush interview about a cop taking drugs from drug addicts and drug dealers and keeping the contents. That was just an assumption and a rumor or whatever. So we wanted to go talk to the guy and ambush the guy. And the guy ended up being like a really badge bully, running his mouth and they barking like a pit bull. That's all they sound like most of the time. Because they can't help themselves. So anyways, I got arrested because I had a warrant out of Manchester, New Hampshire. So I'm sitting in the police car waiting for Manchester to come pick me up in Rochester, which is like 2.5 hour drive. So they met a Manchester cop in Epping, New Hampshire, and I went to New Hampshire. I was in jail for like an hour. The bail commissioner came. I paid $40, bailed myself out, and I got out. I was reading the bail order. I actually have it. I have the bail order. So the bail order, I didn't know what the heck it was about until I read the charges. I got charged with false swearing and filing a false police report. Both misdemeanors. Trying to find the Manchester packet here that I got on file. So I'm reading it, and then the bail thing said, here it is, I got it. Oh my god, look at that. I'll try to show it to the camera. So I'm reading this bail order. This is like, I don't know, 9 years ago. So this is the bail order. This is what it looks like. I don't know digitally if it's showing anything, but that's me. So I'm looking on I think it's the second page. It said I needed to stay away from the victim, Aaron Brown. It's very old. This thing's old. So there it is. There's Aaron Brown right there where my finger is. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it said one of my conditions is to stay away from Aaron Brown and the Manchester Police Department. So I was ordered not to go to the police department. Even if I was like in trouble, I can't go there because I have a judge's order telling me I can't go. So they charged me. So fast forward to 2017-ish, 18, my phone starts blowing up the day before my trial date, right? So I got a lawyer named John Meyer, who's really, really, really good, out of Manchester. So he was my attorney, and he thought it was hogwash. He'd been doing it for 35 years, and he's a Harvard Law graduate, and he started in 1979. So he sent me a no prosk letter from the county attorney, the prosecutor from Manchester, and they dismissed my charge. And I'm like, why they dismiss it? He goes, something happened with Aaron Brown. And all of a sudden the news came on. WMUR Channel 9. If you look it up on YouTube, type in Aaron Brown and Detective Murphy gets fired. So there was this big news thing. So the chief witness in my case is now being investigated for criminal things. So they had to drop the case. So come to find out, Aaron Brown and Detective Murphy were utilizing a CI, a confidential informant, for sex, telling her that they're going to take away her kids with DCYF if she doesn't have sex with these two officers, who are both married with kids, by the way. Absolute dirtbags, bro. Dirtbags, top level tier dirtbags. Grapist. So they did that, and they were committing SA constantly with this CI, and then they found racist text and stuff. So I sued. I'm not allowed to talk about the contents of the lawsuit because we settled. and the case is what they call marked. I can show you the letterhead because that's public record, but the contents, the marked suit is right here. I'm trying to find the cover letter to it so I could give some context. When a case is marked, this is settlement agreement. It was an undisclosed settlement. I'm not allowed to tell you the contents, but that's basically kind of like the top page. When their lawyer marks a case, it means it's settled. So there's an undisclosed amount, and I can't tell you why, but I can talk about the video. It's about the video, and you can come up with your own conclusion on what happened with that. So that's basically it. My next video is going to be the other detectives, and I'm going to bring you through the arrest video too in Rochester, and talk about that one as well. My name's Matt. I need a new name for the YouTube channel. OmniWatch is apparently taken, so I have to take that off. But this is Cop Chasers and New England Cop Chasers, and Northeast Watchdogs. So if you guys have any suggestions on a new name, I'm up for suggestions. I love hearing people's ideas, and this is my first time. So peace out and have a great new year.